come in and where you're going to be in 3 years and 5 years. If you're going into a condo right now and you think you're only going to be in there for a couple of years, maybe you want to just set your term at 3 years. If you're going into a house and you're thinking that you're going to have a family within a few years and you definitely are going to be in that house for a while, and the interest rates are really, really good, then you're definitely going to want to look at a 5-year term and maybe even a 7-year term. So the terms are just the amount of time that interest rate is set for. And then the mortgage expires, and at that point you renew it, and it doesn't have to be renewed with the same lender, okay? So let's say you're with one bank and now the rates are really good with this other bank. You can do something called a switch transfer to that other bank. If you do a switch transfer when your renewal comes up, you don't pay legal fees again, okay? And that can save you a couple of $1,000. So keep that in mind. Just because your bank sends you a renewal notice in the mail and says, oh, you know, we're going to give you this rate, you can still shop around. You can talk to your mortgage broker because we do always have better rates than the banks. And I can almost guarantee that our rate is going to be much better than the rate they're going to give you at a renewal. Even though you are their client, they still don't offer you as good a rate as they offer us to give you. So that's something to keep in mind, that you are going to come to the end of the term at one point and you're going to renew or refinance. And you're going to keep doing that until the whole debt's paid. So you might have a debt that takes 25 years to pay, and you might have 5 terms during that time, or you might have 8 or 10. Totally depends on you and the banks. But the whole time it takes to completely pay off the entire debt is amortization. And you can set that too. It can start at 15 years and it can go up to 35 years if you qualify. At one point it was going up to, or was at 40 years, and the Canadian government pulled it back because they thought that Canadians were going into too much debt to own bigger houses, and we were going to be paying that debt well into our retirement. So they keep an eye on us, and they don't want you to go too far. The standard's still 25 or 30 years, okay? And that amortization can change too. Like if your mortgage comes up for renewal and now you've decided, oh, you know, I've really moved up in my career and I can get this house paid off within 10 years, but you still have 15 years amortization on your last mortgage. Now when you go to renew it, we'll set it for 10 years, okay? So when you first set it as a first-time home buyer, you're not locked into that for the rest of your life. Just be aware that there's ways that you can save money. Make sure that you have a strategy and you have a good team working with you, okay? What happens next? Oh, right. This is because once you have your first home, you can get a cute dog. So, mortgage products, there's so many out there. It's unbelievable how many products there are, and every lender has, you know, 3 to 15. There's products for the self-employed, there's the 5% down payment products, there's not so perfect credit products, there's new to Canada products. So someone who's immigrant to Canada, and there's a no money down. So like I said, Scotia will advance the 5% down payment if you don't have it. Just so you're aware, in most cases, especially residential, mortgage brokers are paid by the lender. They don't then turn around and add that fee onto your mortgage. The reason that they pay us is because they don't have to put staff under their roof to then place mortgages, okay? So we're independent professionals. If we bring them someone who needs a mortgage, they pay us a finder's fee. That's how we make our living. And to encourage us to bring them people, they offer us rates to give to our clients that are much lower than the banks, including all the major banks. And we can go to them with clients. So brokers will review your needs, all the current rates. They'll be the ones that collect the documents that the lenders need. And then once everything's in place with the documents, and they'll make sure everything's done in a timely manner, then they submit an application to the lender on your behalf. They're the ones who negotiate with the lender to meet the terms and conditions. On the occasional one, there's a term or condition that the lender wants that can't be met. At that point, mortgage broker might be able to negotiate that term or condition's dropped. Anyway, once all the conditions are met, at that point the lender sends the mortgage funds to your real estate lawyer in trust. So this is an anticipation of the big moment called closing day. Okay? And the closing day is a day that you actually, all the documents have been signed, you own the house. So everyone's working towards that, and on closing day, the realtor usually gets the joy of giving you your keys. And it's kind of a basic skim through. There's a lot more to it, of course, and the first time you do it, there's so much to learn, but having a team of professionals working with you, get a good team around you, get a realtor that you can really work with, a mortgage broker, if you want a second opinion about whether your lender is giving you as good financing as you could get. You're going to need your insurance agent and your real estate lawyer. If you don't know one, your mortgage broker or realtor can always refer you. And Dawn says your home is the biggest investment you're going to make, so get it right. And that's it.